now we are outside the car. That is the fuel pump under here. Look at that white plastic in the center. Okay, so this is providing fuel here, and then this in this wide compartment fuel is coming all the way then into this pipe. Okay, so this is where the fuel pressure is lost. Okay, last upgrade but not the least is the upgrade of the fuel system. This is rather very advanced mode and it is not required, and it also depends on your HP level. Okay, so I have made it a rough chart. I have placed the fit in a separate category because it has a tiny pump, and I have tested it, and Honda CRZ and normal Honda has a normal pump which can withstand 320 HP, and with the upgraded pump and without loop mod you are bottleneck at the 370 HP. Okay, and with the loop mod you can go beyond 800,000 HP range. Without this loop mod, no matter what you do, no matter how big you AN lines you use, you convert into a return system, etc, etc, you won't go beyond 400 HP, mark my word. Keep in mind this chart works for the normal gasoline, and if you are using E85 then the requirements of the fuel are increased. Already I have converted it into the AN lines, but I have to convert it into a return system. Okay, modern Hondas use returnless system in which the fuel pressure regulator is inside the fuel tank. For example, EP3, the RSX, and the normal Civic 8 Gen, and the Civic SI, and the 9 Gen Civic, Honda Fit 9 Gen, and CRZ, etc. But in recent Hondas which have earth trim engine, for example, the 10th Gen Civic, FK series, then the Accord, Insight, and now the 11th Gen Civic, these have direct fuel injection system, and these videos are not for them. Okay, the fuel regulator in modern cars is in the fuel tank, so that keeps the pressure at nearly 53 psi. So what happens is when the turbo bill boosts, so the intake manifold pressure rises. If, for example, if the pressure it is making is 15 psi, and the pressure, the fuel regulator in the pump will creating 53. So net pressure at the fuel rail will be 53 minus 15, 38 psi, which we don't want. We don't want to decrease the fuel pressure as the boost raises. Okay, we want the opposite. We want that as soon as the boost is increasing, the fuel pressure should also increase. In this car, what I did was, this is the return system using the AEM fuel line. Here is the line going into fuel regulator, and then through here back it is going into the back. But in the Honda Fit, I'll be using another method. Okay, the method will be the fuel regulator will be here instead of here. Okay, fuel regulator will be here, and I will be providing the fuel rail with the gauge port. Okay, so the theory is because the distance is so short, this is the fuel rail, this will be the regulator, so actual pressure in the regulator will be equal to the fuel rail, and return will be, instead of going this, because manifold is very near, so what I will do is I will fit it upside down. So here is the fuel regulator, the return will be going through here and into the back, and then I will be upgrading the fuel pump. In the Honda Civic and the Honda CRZ, etc., the fuel tank is behind the rear seat. Okay, behind the rear seat. But in the Honda Fit, the fuel tank is central. Okay, so no need to take out any seats. I just will need to take this out. Okay, here is the fuel pump. I will be taking out and upgrading the fuel pump. Okay, start upgrading the fuel system, and first of all you will disconnect the negative battery terminal. Okay, then you will, because the fuel system is under pressure, and if you are recording with a mobile phone, kindly switch it to the airplane mode, because radiation and fumes are not good. So what you will do is just open up the lid. Since it's morning time, so not so much fumes here. Okay, so I'll just keep it loose, so that if fumes accumulate, then the fuel system will be not under pressure. And when you loosen the fuel cap, don't close the lid completely. Okay, otherwise it will be very difficult to open. I learned the hard way. Let's go inside the car now. Fuel pump is central in the Honda Fit, so we need to take this gear box cover out. So this is very easy. there is one rivet here, one on the opposite side. Then after you turn your seat all the way to the front, then you will be able to look at these two bolts or screws. You can see it, two here and two on that side. That will lose your gearbox. Then you have to remove the gear knob. Okay, very easy process. And then these little things. Okay, so and after that push the handbrake all the way up, and with a flat hand screwdriver just remove this small plastic piece. Okay, just come off easy. Okay, as you can also see, there is the fuel pump assembly. All system is visible under here. And let's just start removing this, and then we will go further. And keep a towel or something of clothing, so that if the fuel spill, you can put it under that. Okay, so now we have removed that armrest, and that's and these two wires you will not be seeing that, because these are wires to my wireless muffler and other wires, but you will be seeing just this one. Okay, let's fold these carpet covers here, and you can see there's 4 screws, 1 2 3 4. Let's open that, and this is the fuel pump wiring, and this is going to the handbrake. Okay, so I have removed that. To easy access, if you remove this, okay, this is a grip for the fuel pump, and we will address it later after we open these up. This is interesting. If you can see, you do not have all the way to open them. You just change the direction, and these will align with the hole, and you can remove it. Okay, let's see. That's it. That's it. You hear a pop, and then this is loose. Okay, let's lift it up, and here is the grip for the fuel pump, and we will remove it, and then we will thoroughly clean it, because you don't want to fall that all the dust into the fuel tank. Okay, so let's remove it first, the fuel pump relay. Okay, the grip is removed, and look at that. This was the other end of the grip, and please don't confuse it, because this wire cover is protected with this hair grip and another towards this grip. So you don't want to loosen these up. Okay, just this grip, just press it up, and this will come out. Okay, so I figured out this is the evap, this is the fuel going toward the engine. And what is this? I have to now I am planning to lift the car. Where this is going, because there is your fuel tank filling pipe coming in. Okay, that big one, and this little one, the little guy, what is the purpose? Because in Honda CRZ, this third pipe is not there. This is the CRZ fuel tank assembly. You can see there is one evap line, and other is the fuel feed line. So let's see what is going on in the Honda Fit. Okay, I'm down the car, and I found very interesting thing. This big pipe, this is going from the fuel tank. Okay, this big pipe is that. Okay, the fuel tank. The other one, look at that. Other one, this is just connected to this again big pipe. So what Honda wanted is, if someone is filling the fuel tank up to the neck, then what happened is, the extra fuel, instead of flowing outward, instead of flowing out from the lid, okay, the extra fuel will go back to this small pipe. Maybe from these cuts. Okay, you can see these small cuts, one is here and one is here. Maybe these cuts are leading there, because yes, they are open, these two cuts. Still to date, I don't know what the exact purpose of these openings, but these are connecting to that extra pipe which CRZ or other Hondas don't, but Honda Fit has. But if you know, just please mention it or tell in the comments. I will highly appreciate it. Okay, and still I did not use this pipe for my return line. I drilled my new return line. Okay, look at that, all the dirt. So now I'll be cleaning that up, and then we will opening this up, the lid. with little toothbrush and water. Look at that, how clean it is. Now I'll be not worrying any dirt going into the fuel tank. So it does make a mess down there, but don't worry, this just dirt and water. You can clean after that because there's a large plastic cover covering it. It will be fall everywhere, so don't worry. Okay, after some cleaning, I still have noted if I open this up, then still handbrake is midway. If I further, this is almost full handbrake up, then still it is midway. So what I will do is, this small nut here, it's also better you mark this bolt so that your handbrake settings are not disturbed, and when you tighten this back, handbrake feels the same. Okay, just open it up, lose this handbrake wire, and then handbrake will be all the way toward the here. Then I will be easily able to get this thing out. After removing that screw behind here, this cable is now free and I can put it. Now look at, see, before it was midway and now it's very clear. Now I can pull it all the way up. Okay, so this step is very necessary. Next comes step, the opening of this hard lid. Okay, so this is not so easy to open, so people use sometime place a screwdriver over one of the ridges and then hammer it back so that it can open. Sometime if this is end is sharp, some people can use this thing. This is not sharp, just hammer it so that, but before that just mark it at two places so that when you tighten it, the level is again the same. So I have made a two marks because already mine is slightly off, so I will tighten it slightly more. And there is another device for opening this, so I will be using this now. This is called a tank wrench, and I will assemble and show you how to do this. No rocket science here, just assemble this like this, and you can increase or decrease the length. Okay, you can decrease or increase the length meeting to your fuel requirement. And look at that, the space is already there. Just I will tighten it this like that, and once these two are tightened, this little guy will go like here, and with a ratchet open it up. Let's see. Let's label the others too because I'll be using my own piping. So this is the evap is always like that. Look at this round structure. This is the evap. Okay, this is question mark. What is this? I will see. This is question mark, and this is the main line. Understood? This around this fitting. Okay, I will use to have the extension because this is way lower there, so I cannot go like that. So what I will do it a slight extension so that the length will be more. Once it's loosened, you can use your hands and don't need the ratchet all the way to open it up. Okay, so this is become loosened. Okay, so it's so easy with two hands. It was very easy. I just loosened it up. Let's see. There is a fitting behind it. I should open these fittings. Okay, so it's very easy. Let me remove these fittings and then I will open this up. And there's a tip. Just loosen the clip and then with a screwdriver just push them here. Okay, don't just pull these rubber tube because these are jammed in here, so this will break. Okay, so at last the moment is here. This is the lid or whatever you can call it. So after that we can pull out easily the fuel assembly. Okay, look at that, it's coming out and it has come out. So let me put my recording device here so you can see it. Okay, so I remember this has a gasket, so don't let it fall under the fuel tank. Here it is, the gasket. So let's take it out. Okay, you have to take it out with an angle because fuel level indicator is down there and that is going with an angle. Let me inspect that. Okay, so this is the fuel level. so I have to tilt it this way. Let's this is the gasket. Okay, so let it, I don't think I will be able to remove it from here, so let's remove it through here. Okay, the gasket is out of the way, so let us pour this extra fuel back into the tank. Okay, okay, this is the fuel level indicator, and if you are using E85, this thing rusts. Okay, then the level does not read accurately. So this is the culprit of inaccurate fuel tank readings when using E85. I will not using E85 ever, I think, so I don't need to care for that. Okay, and remember the EVAP system, it is always like this, not continuously down here. Okay, and this is interesting because this extra line I am unable to identify. This is going all the way toward here. Okay, that can be used as a nice return line. I am trying to figure out what this mysterious extra line is in Honda Fit, and I was trying to blow. I know not a good idea, but let's see. I am unable to blow on that direction, but if I pull it up, I can pull it up and I can feel the fuel fume. So I think that there is a check valve over there so that the fuel cannot go from fuel tank to here. But if the filling nozzle is overfilled, then the fuel will come from there to here. Now let's change the fuel pump. Okay, before taking this off, just remove these two wires here so that they cannot be broken. Very easy, just two clips. So these are safe now, no pressure over there. While we will be upgrading the fuel pump, let's cover it up so that no dirt can go up. We are okay to go now with the fuel pump, and we will doing it outside the car, so that will be easy with all the tools at our hand. Okay, so now we are outside the car and we will have to press these three clips simultaneously. One is here, okay, the other is here, this one, and other is here, this one. So let me try that with two hands. I think a helper would be very fine here because we don't have three hands, but these are three clips which need to be pulled simultaneously to take that out. Okay, in the next part, I will be discussing how tiny the Honda Fit fuel pump was and how I tackled that problem, because it was even tinier than the Honda CRZ. So, and the pump I ordered, I thought which was compatible, which was not compatible at all, because Honda Fit uses a so much different fuel pump. All I will discuss in the next videos. Take care. Bye bye.